Successful people do not wait to act on their goals. They motivate and pressure themselves rather than wait for someone else to come along to do it. Good morning and welcome to Transform Your Life in 15 Minutes. My name is McAdams. I'm an author. I'm also an accounting professor and a certified life coach. I specialize in personal and small business finance and also fitness. I help people reach their goals. And today on this Transform Yourself in 15 Minutes, we are doing 5-minute exercise, one each for the mind, the body, and the soul. I want you to know two things. The first one is that the mind portion is just going to be a short 5-minute lesson, something for you to learn, but it's going to take you a lifetime to master. And the other thing I want you to know is this. I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm just here to unlock what's already within you. And today we're going to be talking about identifying your constraints. So I want to welcome you to this morning's broadcast. All right, so constraints, what are they? Well, one, you want to figure out what they are because these are the things that are standing in your way from helping you or preventing you from achieving your goals. All right, so these are the obstacles, and the most efficient way to increase your productivity is to identify them and also to conquer them. You know, you want to figure out what they are. What is standing in your way? What are those self-limiting beliefs? Because you know what? It's those self-limiting beliefs that are going to determine how quickly you get those tasks done. Now, remember we talked about the 80-20 rule a couple days back? Well, guess what? They apply to these self-limiting beliefs as well. It states that 80% of these constraints are internal, whereas 20% of these limiting beliefs and factors are external. So some of those internal constraints, they can be things such as character traits, they can be competencies, habits, or even beliefs, okay? So, and oftentimes it's that key constraint, okay, that key constraint, which is the most important frog, not this one, that frog that you can eat at the moment, okay? Remember, we're talking about procrastination, so we're identifying those constraints. Now, in ancient times, guys, there was this king that placed a huge boulder in front of the road, and he wanted to see, who was going to move the boulder, so he hid himself. All right, and then throughout the day, there were several, some of his wealthiest merchants came by, and even the courtiers, but no one moved the boulder. They just simply walked around it. Oftentimes, they were complaining and even blaming the king for not keeping the roadway clear. Well, one day, a peasant came along and he was carrying a load of vegetables. And upon reaching the boulder, he set his burden down, and then he attempted to move the boulder to the side of the road. And so after much effort of pushing and straining, he was successful in moving the stone from out of the road. So then he picked up his vegetables, and upon picking up his vegetables, he noticed a purse lying on the floor, on the ground where the boulder had been. So he opened up the purse, and the purse contained many gold coins, and it also contained a note. And the note was from the king, and it said that these gold coins were for the person that moved the boulder from the road. Well, that day, guys, the peasant learned something that many of us fail to understand, okay? Every obstacle presents an opportunity to improve your condition. All right, I hope this was helpful. Remember, it's a short, quick lesson about identifying your obstacles because we are talking about eating that frog right there, okay? So now we're going to move on to the yoga portion. But of course, I want to find out how you guys are doing this morning. It is Thursday morning. I tell you, this week is going by so quickly. This month, can you believe already that September is going to be over with on Saturday? I mean, seriously, you blink. I blinked, and all of a sudden, it's going to be October. Man, next thing you know, it's... So, again, what I'm trying to stress here is that the time is moving along quickly. So I'm hoping that several days ago, you took advantage of my recommendation and you took some time out to discuss, or not discuss, you actually took time out to come up with a vision. You know, what it is that you want to accomplish for the rest of this year. And then also I want you to go out long term. So I want you to think in terms of 5 years, 10 years, even 20 years from now. And guys, remember, this is not just a one-time activity, meaning you're going to take that time to do the work. And the first time you do it's going to be the longest time. But then you want to visit that often, okay? So these lists that we're working off of, the master list, the monthly list, the weekly list, even the daily list, These are things that are geared toward helping you reach your goals for the rest of this year and then also in the long term. Okay, so you want to make sure that you look, sorry, I keep going out of the frame here, but I was like walking. But you want to make sure that you keep visiting that vision often. Okay, so you want to look at it, and sometimes it may change. And if you did not take the time to do it, please take the time to do it this weekend. The weekend is the perfect time to work on your vision, because that's usually the time where we have set aside, free time. Okay, so you want to make sure that you do this exercise. Trust me, I promise you won't ever regret it. I've never had anyone say, "Oh, Pia, I just never so upset that you had me do this vision. I'm not where I wanted to be, in the time frame that I set." But I guarantee you, if you don't take the time to set out this vision, just like this September is going by quickly, 5 years from now, you're going to be in the same position that you are in today. And we're trying to prevent that from happening, right? Okay, so enough of that. We're going to move on to the yoga portion, and this is a time where we get our body moving, we start going internal, we figure out what's going on inside of us at this present moment. Okay, so in other words, identify these strange stresses, negativity, tension, anything that's going on with you right now. You're not worried about what do you have to do today. You're not worried about what happened last night or yesterday or anything like that. It's where are you at this present moment. Okay, so take a couple breaths to get yourself aligned. Inhaling deeply through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. And we're going to start off in tabletop today. I love that tabletop position. It's just a great way for us to, we can get into a balancing pose for that, but it's a great way to warm up our core, loosen up our spine. Again, just take a couple deep breaths, get yourself aligned, get yourself grounded, and then once you're there in that space, then I want you to set your intention, what it is that you want to accomplish for this next 5 minutes. Now, immediately after the yoga, we're going to go into our 2-minute breathing exercise. This is a meditation designed for you to focus on your breath. Again, I know I get up all these assignments, right? I did tell you guys I was a professor, right? Good morning, Wayne. Good to see you. Well, so your next assignment is, besides doing the vision, you want to make sure that you do this 2-minute meditation exercise at least twice a day, okay? At least twice a day. So you're doing it now with me. Once we get done with the yoga, you're going to do it now with me. Pick out another time throughout the day to work on this, okay? Because a lot of times I get people, they get frustrated with meditation because they say, I just can't clear my mind of thoughts. Well, guess what? Can I let you in on a little secret? The only time that you're going to completely clear your mind of thoughts is when you're dead. Okay, and even then, I don't know, who knows, right? So in other words, there are over 70,000 thoughts that are going to come to your mind throughout the day. It is normal for you to have thoughts, okay? That's the sign of having a healthy brain. But what you can do is at certain times, you can actually train yourself so that you're not aware of those thoughts. You're focusing on something else. You're going internal. And doing this 2-minute breathing exercise at least twice a day is going to get you there faster, all right? So, but before we do that, we want to make sure that we do our yoga. Understand that like meditation, yoga is a practice. So I invite you to join me. Don't just watch me. You're not going to get much out of it. You'll get something. Well, not really, because there's no, it's not osmosis here. You're not going to mysteriously, limber your body and go internal and do all the things I'm asking you to do if you're just watching me, okay? This is more about movement. Let's put this into practice. All right, tabletop. I'm done talking. Join me. All right, fingers and toes spread out nice and wide. Palms are directly underneath your shoulders. Knees are directly underneath your hips. Neutral spine. Again, take a couple deep breaths just to get yourself aligned. Go internal. See what's going on in these strains or stress. Kind of move your head side to side. Loosen up your neck. Loosen up our spine. Loosen up the core. Just do what feels good for you as you just kind of get yourself in this present moment. Then I want you to return to tabletop, neutral spine. Go ahead and set your intention. And then draw your breath in nice and deep, in through your nose. And as you exhale, I want you to drop your chin down to your chest, around to the spine, and tuck the toe bone under. You're pressing your shoulders down and away from those ears. As you inhale, your belly returns to the mat. Head and chest comes forward. And then exhale. Let's do that a couple more times. Nice deep breath. Inhaling. Again, cat-cow, great way, great pose, postures to help you warm up your spine. Get that core activated, those muscles internally, figure out what's going on inside of you. On this next exhale, I want you to return back to just your neutral spine. Let's go ahead and do a nice balancing pose. So go ahead and find your focal point. Just focus on one point in the middle of the floor. Take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, I want you to extend that right arm and left leg. Now, contract your belly button, squeeze it toward the spine and help stabilize your torso. I want you to feel a nice long extension from your fingertips all the way down to your toes. Keep your head in natural alignment of your spine. Again, the movement is on the exhale. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Now, if you're having trouble with the balance, feel free to either lower your leg and or lower the arm. Okay, so it just depends on your balance. But to help your balance, just find one spot and just keep concentrating on that one spot. Don't waver your blades. Let's do the opposite side again. Right arm, left leg. Press those shoulder blades down, squeeze the glute, point the toe. Again, nice long extension. Feel like there's a string from the top of your fingertips extending all the way out to the top of your toes extending all the way back. And then go ahead and release. And then on exhale, take it toward the opposite side. Remember, be patient with yourself. Be forgiving. All right, go ahead and release it down. On your next exhale, we're going to curl those toes under. We're going to take it to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Savasana. We're going to pedal those legs. Let's come up on the top of our toes as you inhale up. And as you exhale, roll down to the balls of your feet all the way down toward those heels, trying to get them down to the mat. Again, don't be concerned if they're not down. Let's do that again. This time as we exhale, we're going to lean over to the right, bend that right knee toward the left. Press your chest toward that left thigh and knee. Then return back to the center, and then exhale all the way down. Press your chest toward the thigh and knee, lift the kneecaps to engage those quadriceps, give a nice deeper stretch of those hamstrings. Again, inhaling. This time we're going to lean over toward the left, bend that right knee, or the left knee over toward the right, and you'll press your chest toward that right knee and thigh. All right, go ahead and return back to the center and release it down. Now let's go ahead and walk our feet in toward our hands. Try to keep your palms down, so if you need to, go ahead and keep your knees bent so that you keep the palms straight down to the mat. Just kind of hang out here, Uttanasana, and then slowly round it up. Just take one vertebrae at a time, making sure that your head is the last to rise. And let's come to Tadasana, mountain pose. So feet are together or slightly hip distance apart. Shoulders are drawn down and back. Your chest is lifted. Your head's a natural extension of the spine. Fingertips are going down toward the earth. We're going to draw the breath in on the inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to dive the body forward. As we inhale, we're going to look up halfway. Flatten out the palms. As we exhale, we're going to step back, left, right, left, to the plank. Release your knee, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. And as we inhale, we're going to come to upward facing dog. And then curl those toes under. Exhale to downward facing dog. Now as you inhale, bring that right knee into your chest. And as you exhale, extend that right leg all the way back. Do that again. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Nice deep breath. Inhaling. And exhaling. This time we're going to bend that right knee, open up the hip. And then let's go ahead and extend that right leg, bend that knee in toward your chest. This time you're going to place it just below your belly. Turn the leg out. perpendicular toward the left. And then we're going to extend that left leg all the way back. Make sure I frame here. And then take it down to the forearms in the pigeon. We're opening up those hips. Forehead goes down toward the mat. Crown of the head face forward. Again, if it's too much for you, depending on your flexibility, you may need to be up here. This is okay. Make sure I'm still framing here. Now we're going to draw the breath in. As we exhale, we're going to extend that right arm all the way up. Fingertips go up toward the sky. Thumb is facing forward. Your gaze follows the thumb. Relax those shoulders. And then go ahead and release it down. Now come up on your palms. Curl the toe under and let's take it back to the plank. From the plank, release your knee, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, and then exhale. As we inhale, opposite knee comes into your chest, and as you exhale, extend that leg all the way back. Again, inhaling, and exhaling. And one more time, nice deep breath. And exhale. Bend that knee, open up the hip, continue to breathe. Guys, don't hold your breath. Now go ahead and extend that leg, bring that knee forward, place it just below your belly, turn it out toward the right, soften that kneecap, and gently take itself back. And let's take it down to the pigeon. Remember, you're taking nice deep ujjayi breaths, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. On your next exhale, you're going to take that left arm, open it up. Again, relax the shoulder. Now, if this is too much strain and stress on your neck, remember, you can feel free to look forward, or you can also look down. Now, the tendency on here is to lift your hip up, okay? So that left hip, the tendency to lift it up, continue to press it down as you open up the torso. All right, go ahead and return it back. Come up on the palms, curl the toe under, take that leg back to the plank, and exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. This time, knee, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Relax those shoulders. Curl the toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. And slowly walk your feet in toward your palms. Again, feel free to bend the knee. Keep those palms flat. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, take it all the way up. Exhale, guide the body forward. Place the palms flat, walk your feet out toward the edge of the mat. And release the tailbone down toward the mat. Using those elbows to push down on those inner thighs. Bring the palms together here, Malasana. Bow your head down and give yourself some gratitude. All right, go ahead and release the palms down to the mat, and then gently take them behind and transition yourself to a comfortable seated position, facing to the front, making sure that you're on your sits bones, not the fleshy part of your bottom. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale, release the fingertips down toward the mat. Again, nice deep inhale. Fingertips go up toward the sky. And as you exhale, release them down. One more time, inhale, bring it all in, the positive energy, bring it in toward you, clasp them in between your hands. Release your hands together at the heart center. And namaste. concludes the yoga portion. Thank you for practicing with me. And this is going to bring us to our 2-minute breathing exercise. Okay? So if you're just joining me, welcome. We're going to be doing a 2-minute breathing exercise designed to focus on your breath. First, we're going to get ourselves, again, recentered, aligned for where we are right now in this present moment. And then what you're going to be doing is this. For the next 2 minutes, all you're going to do is just breathe normally. Just breathe as you normally would, not manipulating your breath, just your regular breaths. But I want you to focus and count your exhale. Okay, so just inhale normally, and then as you exhale, you start off with number 1. On the next breath, on the exhale, you go to number 2. And you continue doing this for the whole 2 minutes. If at any time your mind starts to wander, okay, acknowledge those thoughts, and then acknowledge the distractions, depending on what it may be, and then bring yourself back to focusing on your breath. But then you're going to start all over again at the count of 1. And again, I'd love to hear your numbers, so please continue to share those with me. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Take a nice deep breath first. Inhale into your nose. And exhale into your mouth. Again, nice deep breath. Inhale into your nose. And exhale into your mouth. One more time, deep breath. Inhale into your nose. This time as you exhale through your mouth, I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. And go ahead and start your count. All right, go ahead and open up your eyes as you release, relax, return, refreshed, and calm. You done something good for yourself today. I want to thank you for taking this time to meditate with me, and also thank you for taking the time to watch this Transform Yourself in 15 minutes. Your word for today is serene. I want you to have a nice, serene day, and I will see you the same time tomorrow. Bye.